I want to take a minute or two here to tell you about monetization because, like one of the hobos that I reviewed, that under current monetization, he's actually it's probably less than, especially at this moment, less than $1,000 a year. I want to tell you the sad and sorry tale of a young woman who obviously had the money because in the past the rules were you had to have 20,000 subs and you had to generate actual, not just comments, but conversation between the commenters was one of the requirements to become monetized. It's the last video I saw said it was 2,000, and now it actually appears to be down to 1,000, but that's still not really generating any real measurable income, considering your time and expense or whatever. This thing costed me shit. Anyway, this girl clearly, she was not from Maine. She didn't have a Mainer accent. She decided to focus on, she probably gotten a hold of a book of them, and she decided to, because she wrote out, scripted everything, she stayed behind the camera so nobody could see her. And when she would show these like various films or pictures and narrate the stories, and it was real clear from the start that she had laid out the $20,000 that it takes to hire a Chinese click farm, for those of you who have never heard of it, with absolutely almost no content and absolutely no appeal, totally unappealing style of storytelling. She had 20,000 subs in just no time. She paid for that, and she paid for them to generate some of them kind of basic, lines and stuff like that. You could see that, but nobody was really, and she really put a lot into it, spent a lot of money, and within 6 months or so, and she was actually a really terrible storyteller, and I could tell that she really didn't know much about Maine. After 6 months or so, she realized she was never getting a penny out of YouTube, and kind of just quit. She had run out of material. She was exhausted from trying to tell these spooky tales when she really doesn't have the skill to. She was no Rod Serling's, And that's just a brief story of one person who actually pissed away 20 grand in an attempt to get monetized and went nowhere with it. She had almost really no actual views. She had subs, but no views, very little views and very few comments, and no interaction between the commenters. That's what they used to require. I think they require the same amount of comments, and now they'll monetize you. It begins showing ads at 1,000. I have one channel that still only has less than 150 subscribers. I've run most of them off because they were hostile to me. And I got one video, my most successful video is a Fair Usage Act, 70,000 views. And I've never tried to collect a penny on it because I know the rules. I don't meet it, and it's fair usage. Why would I want to take and profit from somebody else's product? So for those of you who are video thieves and manipulators and stuff like that and trying to get rich and go viral and all that stuff and trying to shoot it, it's actually pretty easy to reach the monetization levels now, especially if you have like 5,000 Facebook followers and stuff like that. But how much money are you going to make? Almost nothing. That Arabic woman went nuts and shot up Google. She shot like 3 people and I think herself, because Daddy was spending millions on her productions. She was a horrible singer. She was a horrible person. And then when she finally applied for her money, see, that's the problem is that her audience doesn't buy American products. She was targeting like a certain population of Iran or something, not just a general, a specific ethnic group is what she was and they paid her 1 cent, and then she went nuts on the Google YouTube people, went in there to their lunch area, which was actually, I think, open air, shot them up, killed 3 people as I remember, and then shot herself. Oh gosh, she was horrific. She was hilarious. That was some great comedy, I want to tell you. Talk about lack of self-awareness and delusional disorders. She was, I can't even remember her name. Some of you, it's been at least, 7, 8 years ago or more. 10 years. It's been a long time. Anyway, the sad and sorry tale of a young girl who had $20,000 to piss away on a Chinese click farm and got nowhere.